Weapons is an episode of Tales from the Dark Side. For one, admittedly, horror anthology, science fiction, fantasy anthology is my jam. I grew up watching The Twilight Zone, which to this day is the greatest written television show in the history of television shows. Even the second one from the 80s is up there. It had nothing to do with the late, great Rod Serling, who died very early, smoked way too much. But I'm a huge fan of those shows. I grew up on them. I grew up on Outer Limits, Alfred Hitchcock, Night Gallery, Tales from the Crypt, Friday the 13th, the TV show, just to name a few. Watched them all. Loved them all. Adore those types of shows. That's what I really liked about Haunting of Hill House. Like Flanagan felt kind of like that. And that's what this feels like. You saw the trailers, bunch of kids at 2:17 a.m. Naruto. You know what I'm saying.
Give me something for the pain and let me die.
The guy from Shonen Jump, this fucking magazine I used to sell in my store. Bunch of kids run out of their house, never to return. They're all from one classroom, and the teacher is the female Silver Surfer. One of the parents of the missing kids is Thanos. Another person who works at the school is Wong. Another character is Zeke Stain from Ironheart. Lots of Marvel characters in this, put in a very different situation, and I like them a lot better, to be honest with you. And it's the mystery of the kids, and it's told from perspective. So if you're a fan of the perspective, like Quentin Tarantino, but if you read books, George R. Martin or The Expanse, so you see the same point of time from 4 to 5 different perspectives, and you kind of piece it together. It's deliberate. It's creepy. It spends a lot of time setting things up. What's weird is it's gory, but I mean, I'm a Sam Raimi guy. I've seen so much worse. So there's 3 instances of legit gore, good stuff. If you like that stuff, if you don't, it's only 3 instances. You can cover your eyes or whatever. It's also the type of horror I like. I won't particularly spoil that part. I am not a fan of slasher movies outside of the first Friday 13th and Halloween, which is one of the greatest all-time films ever made. Fucking John Carpenter's legend. But I don't like I Know What You Did Last Summer and stupid shit like that. I don't like slashy. I hate Saw. I fucking hate Saw because I don't like torture porn. I think torture porn's a fetish and I think it's weird. But Weapons is deliberate. The performances are great. Pedro Pascal being in this movie would have completely fucking ruined it. Thank God he wasn't in it. Josh Brolin, who's a much better actor, has this thing called charisma. You ever heard of it? The kids call it Riz. That's fucking gay. And there's good word of mouth. The projections were, it has a $38 million budget, and that's pretty much what its projections were, 30 to 40 something. It beat that. I think it did 42 million over the weekend. And I think it's going to have some legs. I'm going to rewatch it again because it's deliberate. Some people were saying it's slow. I completely disagree. I was engaged in the story the whole fucking time, and I kind of want to give it a second viewing now. What some people aren't going to like, but I loved, is while there's ambiguity at the end, there is some. It tells you what the thing is, distinctly tells you what it is. You're not going to go, it was a mystery. Now, there is some mystery about the thing, but it tells you. And it does something at the end, and I'm laughing. That was genuinely funny. I know some people are like, I shouldn't be humor. It's like, I'm a Raimi guy, dude. I like laughing at my horror. Weapons. Zach Cregger's critically acclaimed horror film about a community of rocked by the mysterious disappearance of 17 children scored at the international box office. The film, which topped domestic charts in its opening weekend, picked up $27.5 million from 73 international markets to bring its global haul to $70 million. Not bad. Doubling your production budget in a weekend. Now, it still hasn't. Listen, Superman fans. It still hasn't broken even. It has not. But it did double its production budget, not marketing, production budget, in one weekend, which is pretty good. This is going to make money. This is going to be a profitable movie. Weapons was released by Warner Brothers, a new line, and stars Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Orville Redenbacher, Austin Abrams, Benedict Wong, and Amy Madigan. By the way, I will give you one spoiler. This movie buries its gays. Among the most notable foreign territories, Weapons performed well in the UK, where it has earned $3.6 million. Mexico, where it picked up $2.7. They love their horror in Mexico. I mean, like, aside from real life. France, where it nabbed $2 million, and Australia, where it grossed $1.8 million. Horror films traditionally perform better in the US than in other parts of the world. South America likes their horror, for sure. Like, for sure. They like their metal, and they like their horror. They also like their communism. It's just, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I would highly recommend, if unless you just don't like horror movies. But this isn't as much of a horror movie as it is a suspense movie. And like, there's so many low budget horror movies now, dime a dozen, that they make a lot of money. Occasionally, like, you get a Barbarian, or you get something that's, good, that people like or somewhat like. But this one stands out for me because it felt a little different and embraced fun. And you're like, what? A suspenseful movie that has you on the edge of your seat, but it can still be fun. So that part I like. I like it when they embrace entertainment and entertaining me. And I walked out of the theater with my wife with a big old smile on my face, and we were both discussing the film, and we talked about it for like 40 minutes after that. Like, and I used to do that every weekend, and it's now like, that's the first time I've done that this year. Yes, I did like it better than Sinners. I did. Sinners is like 7 out of 10 for me. I thought it was good. Well shot. I think it's one of Coogler's best directed movies. I'm a fan of the blues, so I like the music, but I thought this was way better. Not just better, way better. Disper was like, do you like it more than F1? It's like, I'll see them both again the same. So they're tied. We'll just say they're tied. But great movie. Weapons. The year's not over yet, but I would, I'd say go see it. Go see it in the theater. Don't let people tell you what it's about. But I hope you like it. I do.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.